Hey guys, Monochrome here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Genuinely good to have you. Today we're taking a look at the 511 EDC PL1AAA model that you see here. And for those of you who read the title, you know this is an overview instead of a review. Now, normally, I don't like to do overview videos. The reason why this is an overview is because I've had this flashlight for a little bit over 24 hours. That's right, basically one day. Now, why am I making this video? Because a while back, either on Candle Power forums or on YouTube, someone mentioned that they got their elderly mother a handful of flashlights all around her home, including the bedroom, and one night there was a blackout. She got up, she started stumbling around for one of the flashlights. Obviously, she couldn't see anything. And yeah, things did not go well. Yeah. So that got me thinking, I definitely don't want my elderly mother going through that. So I decided she needed her own EDC flashlight, something that she could keep in the small, thin pockets of the sweater vests that she likes to wear. I decided what would be ideal for her needs is an LED flashlight that ran off of a very common AAA alkaline battery, something with one mode, something with at least good quality in case she dropped the flashlight. Now, at first, I decided to go with a modern-day Maglite LED solitaire. Well, the problem with that idea is the flashlight that arrived, the head was overly tight. Sometimes you buy a Maglite solitaire, the head rotates decently. Sometimes it's a little loose, sometimes it's a little tight. This one was very tight, but it was her favorite color, dark forest green. So I showed her how to use it. I asked her, is this something that will be a problem for you? She said no, and then I noticed a few days had gone by. She's just leaving it on the living room table. It's like, she's not even carrying it. So I asked my elderly mother, I very politely confronted her. Are you having problems rotating the head on this flashlight? She said yes. Okay. Time to find something else. Now, in my small EDC electronics bag, I have an ITP EOS model. Also takes a single AAA battery. Head, very easy to rotate. And I realized too easy. This is something where if she's carrying it in a pocket, it's bouncing around, the head could rotate and come off when she needs it. I mean, that's how loose the head was on that ITP A3 EOS model. Really good flashlight, but on my particular example, that's an issue. Also, for those of you who own one, you know it's not the highest quality light. So that was another issue. What happens if she drops it onto a hard surface or onto the floor? So, flashlight number 3, I decided, screw trying to track down something with a head that rotates. How about a single AAA flashlight, very common battery type, easy for her to replace if she needs to, alkaline because she doesn't need a rechargeable, single output, because the last thing I want is for her to reach for a flashlight in the middle of a blackout. Her thumb accidentally slips off the Tailcap switch and now she's in a lower mode and she's confused. No, one mode, the absolute brightest that the flashlight can produce. One mode, AAA, alkaline battery, Tailcap switch, that's easy to hit, and LED. So I tracked down an old Coast G10. Seemed like it would work. Unfortunately, they have been discontinued for around 7 years. Yeah. And back in the day, just before they were discontinued, you could get them for free from Coast if you just paid shipping and handling. Not joking. So I decided to track one down, and I did, and I bought it. And when it arrived, I realized that the included alkaline battery was inside the flashlight. This thing was at least 7 years old, if not older. And yet, if you know about alkaline batteries and long-term storage inside of flashlights, you know what happened. Couldn't get the horribly leaked, caked, and dried out battery out of the light. So that was no good. Rather than trying to desperately track down another Coast G10, I decided, let's see what's available that's actually still being made. So you're looking at it. EDC candidate number 4 for my elderly mother, the 511 EDC PL1AAA flashlight. LED, no worries there. Yep. One AAA comes with an alkaline that thankfully is on the outside of the flashlight in the blister packaging. Very smart. Does come with a pocket carry clip that's rather sharp on the end. I'm not sure if my elderly mother will like that or not. Thankfully, though, it's a wraparound clip, a rather tight wraparound clip, but you can pop it off if you don't want it on there. Being part of 511's line of flashlights, yeah, this thing is durable. This is not some cheap, flimsy little thing. This is a very durable flashlight. Actually 2 meters drop resistant, not 1, 2. That's significant for a small flashlight that's primarily going to be used in an emergency blackout situation by my elderly mother. The other thing I like is that although the body style is a bit rounded, this flashlight has flats, as hopefully you can see. So you can put this down on an even surface. It might move a bit, but as you can see, it's not rolling away, and it's not reliant on the pocket carry clip to keep it from rolling away. Put it down on a flat surface, and yeah, it stays there thanks to the design of the barrel. I really like that. In order to swap out the battery, you got some really good checkering that is somewhat aggressive. It's not quite as aggressive as it looks, but it is somewhat aggressive. So rotating this or holding on to it and rotating the entire flashlight, which would probably be best for an elderly person, you can definitely open this up easily. In case I didn't say it earlier, guys, as usual, specs in the description box below. Be sure to check that out when the video is over. But yeah, let's take a look inside. Now, the tail cap does require quite a few rotations. Yeah, those are some really nice threads. Spring right there. There's the alkaline battery. Now, here's the thing. That is a very tight fit, a surprisingly tight fit. The good news there, that battery is not going to rattle, not even remotely. Let's put this back on. Watch out for cross-threading. There we go. We're good. Yeah, definitely like the knurling on the tail cap. And there's the rubberized boot. Now, the checkering on the rubberized boot does look rather aggressive, but it's not. It's just the tiniest bit aggressive. But look at how well that... See, here's the checkering for the tail cap. Here's the rubberized boot. Look at how well and how far that protrudes. That is going to be great for my elderly mother to press with either her forefinger or her thumb to switch it on. And there we go. 55 rated lumens, 1 output. And yeah, you guys saw my camera adjusting for the output. I don't think you guys could see that. The tint is a little bit on the blue side, a little bit, but that's a very minor thing. As far as the beam profile, you get a nice, wide, diffused hot spot with a little bit less side spill. However, yeah, that beam, that's going to be ideal for navigating indoors. Not perfect, not completely perfect, but ideal. Yeah, you get a nice, wide hot spot that's very diffused. A little bit of side spill. On my example, unfortunately, slightly bluish tint, but again, very, very minor. Now, would I buy this flashlight for myself? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nothing against 511. I love the fact that they made this flashlight. I love the fact that they still make it. I love the fact that my elderly mother has a really good option that she can keep on her person. I love the fact that for her, this is an ideal EDC flashlight. For me, it's not. This thing is not very complicated. It's not fancy. It's very small. It looks like a tactical light, and actually the Tailcap switch is a forward clicky, not a reverse clicky. So yeah, I guess that's a bit tactical, and it looks quite tactical. Then again, it's a 511. What do you expect? I like the soft rubberized boot. There is a bit of resistance. It's not completely soft and squishy. Bit of resistance, but I like this rubberized boot. I like the checkering around the tail cap. I like the fact that the alkaline battery does not rattle at all. I do think it's a bit of a tight fit on the inside, maybe a little too much, maybe. I like the fact that the clip is removable. I like the fact that you don't have to rely on the clip if you place this down on a flat surface. It's not going to roll away. I love the fact that the head is tight against the body. I love the fact that it's EDC. I love the fact that it's single mode. I mean, honestly, I think this might be the ideal flashlight, small EDC flashlight for an elderly person. I really do. And I am so glad that 511 still makes this. One thing though, as nice as the tail cap is, I have noticed that if you're dealing with an elderly individual who is particularly frail, here's something that will not work. You will not be able to hold the flashlight, bezel up, tail cap down, and press it down on a hard, flat surface to click it on. Nope. I've tried this several times. As you can see, the light is switching on, but it's not staying on because the design won't let you click it on. So just beware of that. If you're dealing with a very frail elderly person, yeah, maybe honestly, they'll just have to deal with a bigger flashlight with a different switch. But yeah, for my elderly mother, apparently fourth time's the charm, I think I've found the ideal EDC flashlight for her. Something she can keep in her vest pocket, something that she can put next to her bed. If she needs to get up, she can reach over, grab this very easily, switch it on, no problems. Yeah. I wish that the barrel had some somewhat aggressive checkering like the tail cap switch does. It's a little too smooth for my taste. These are tiny bit useful for grip. Yeah, but I kind of wish it had some checkering on the barrel of the flashlight. Other than that, though, I think this will definitely be ideal for my elderly mother. And I'm going to give it to her. Yep. Just wanted to make a video on it first. Guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this overview instead of a review. I'll see you guys soon. Please stay safe out there. And if you have an elderly mother or father and they need a decent little EDC flashlight, this is a good choice. Take care, guys.